Because I'm with you through thick and thin. Whatever trouble you are in, I don't care whatever you do. Just know that I love you. Oh, 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 I love you.
Well, hello. We are here at the brand new Smokin Joe Show house. We're in our house. We're in the house now. This is not a set. This is my home. This is the movie magic that you always hear about. Hollywood, but right now it's Mountain Home here in Minneapolis. Before I get too big of a tangent, please share this video if you're here. Share. Wait. Share. There it is. I got it. Please share this video. It's very fun to have more people in the chat than just me saying well, comma, hello. So, you know, chat with your friends. It's cold. It's winter now. I'm having a very hard time adjusting to this wintry temperature. So if I seem a little cranky, I am. It's the weather. It's not you. It's not anybody. Things are going really well. But I just hate waking up and being cold all day. It's not gonna change either. Not all of us have escape trips planned to Mexico.
Family event.
I went to Hawaii over the last winter, so I understand, you know, it's fun to get to leave. I just don't have an escape plan, and that's what's bugging me. Anyway, so please share. It's fun to chat. But if you're watching this in the future, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Smokin Joe's YouTube channel. I post not only these shows, but I also post videos I make. I've been making tour recaps for Kind Country. I've been putting out videos here and there, just like using iMovie and editing videos from my phone, which the technology is so good. People are very impressed. You know, so you can just do it on your phone, edit it on the free computer app, and then, you know, make $1 million bucks, just like me. Thanks to our sponsors who make this and everything we do possible. New sponsor is Glass Oak Hemp Jewelry. They have taken the large task of sponsoring the main stage at Galactic Get Down this year.
Wow.
Yeah, so Glass Oak Hemp Jewelry, thank you so much for your participation. We will be saying your name from the rooftops for the next, how long is it, 8 months? And every month I will say the words Galactic Get Down more and more until it doesn't even sound like words. Handmade hemp jewelry from the finest of Murano lamp work, glass pendants and beads, natural wood beads, semi-precious and precious gemstones, and 100% hemp. You know, hemp, the stuff that'll like save the world if we let it, but we're not gonna let it, I guess. Visit their Facebook page at Glass Oak Hemp Jewelry and give them a like. You guys see that hemp wood? Like where they make wood out of hemp and they're like, you can build houses out of it. Hemp, man, it just, you can make everything out of it, it's biodegradable. Get on the train, America, it's happening. Also, showing lots of love to Shadowwick Creations. Shadowwick Creations has been with us for years, and they have a product, a few products every month. The exclusive monthly Galactic Get Down candle collection. Each month features 3 unique candles inspired by Galactic Get Down. Buy a candle to show your support. All of the proceeds from Shadowwick Creations, the Galactic Get Down collection, goes straight to Galactic Get Down. A lot of our arts and stuff are all funded from things like that, where we can make cool props and cool sets and cool things because it's space. And you know, you gotta create the space. For more information on the Galactic Get Down candle collection and all the great products from Shadowwick, check out their Etsy page, etsy.com/shop/Shadowwick Creations. A lot of shushes in there. Thanks to our patrons who support me every month. I got 11 of you, 11 patrons. Thanks to Caitlin Paxton and Ben Katz, especially my lieutenants. I love my ensigns too, but you know I only say your name once on air, as per our patron agreement. You set out and make a list of rules. Your Patreon, you're like, oh, but if you get this much, I'll talk about you on the show. So, Caitlin Paxton, Ben Katz, thank you so much, my lieutenants. If you want to join the ranks of the Smokin Joe Enterprise, just visit patreon.com/SmokinJoeMusic. You can check me out. I got like first dibs on things. Like they get news before the rest of the world. Like, or if I have some thoughts, if I have some deep thoughts, I'll talk to my patrons. Because I know they like what I do more than most people. So I can be like a nice sounding board. Like, hey, you like what I do. Is this cool or is this not cool? Like, that's not cool. Like, all right, I'm not going to do that. It's great. It's great to have those people. Well, moving right along to our first segment of the day, the Weekend Get Down. Weekend Get Down. What's getting down around town this weekend? A lot of this stuff's happening in Minneapolis. I'm not leaving Minneapolis this weekend, which is very exciting. I've just spent a bunch of time on the road with Kind Country. Sawed-Off String Band happening at the Whiskey Junction. Sawed-Off String Band with the Gin Twins. Join Sawed-Off for a night of music. Kicking off the evening is Trevor James, Americana Rebel, and Harrison Oakes of Cascade Crescendo equals the Gin Twins. This ain't no funky reggae party. I think that means it's a bunch of twang from these string bands. Something I am no stranger to. Right, Joe Barron? I play in a ska band. I'm also somehow covered in bluegrass. All the time. That's me being Joe Barron. Speaking of bluegrass, Friday night in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, the comeback kid, what do you call them? The young kids that do really well. It starts with the P. The Prodigy himself, Julian Davis, and his situation at Davy J's. He was just here in Minneapolis last night at a killer show at the Hook and Ladder. You won't be seeing him playing these type of places for too long. If he keeps his act together, he's going places. This kid, he's a good kid. Come check out Julian Davis and the situation for a listening room experience at Davy J's Garage in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Seating is limited, so be sure to show up early to get your spot and just stare at him. Just go like this. Don't clap. Just absorb the talent, because he is one of the best guitar players I've ever seen in my life. I can say that about Julian Davis. And he's nice guy. And he stays on brand. He's got the hat and the whole country get up. I love it. High and Mighty and the Big Throwdown at Bunkers in Minneapolis. High and Mighty, you don't hear too much from them these days, but they do pop up. High and Mighty shares the stage, the Big Throwdown at Bunkers. It's gonna get funky. This is a funky dance party with lots of guest stars. Don't miss this show. Happening in Minneapolis on Friday, Blues Traveler is gonna be here. You know, remember Blues Traveler, 90s? I'm a big fan. John Popper, I believe is the guy. Live Nation presents Blues Traveler 4 live tour celebrating 25 years, oh no, of the Grammy-winning album by playing it in its entirety. So I remember that coming out. Not super well, I was a little, but 25 years, so that's a long time. It's a long time, y'all. $45 if you get your tickets in advance, $55 at the Gate Pantages Theaters, all ages, 7:30 p.m. Moving on to Saturday, we have the Matt Schatza Trio. And check out that picture. Do you feel like it? I bet you do. I made that picture years ago. For them. They had me do some graphic design, and I just made this picture for them. I made like a set of them, and I just made them all, and then they kept it. So that's fun to see it pop up every once in a while. Matt Schatza Trio is a funk, rock, folk, and blues band rooted in Minneapolis music. The trio brings original live music to get your feet tapping and hands clapping while satisfying crowds with personally chosen cover favorites. The group was created by singer-songwriter and guitarist Matt Schatza with Adam Lane on the drums and laying down basses. Our favorite guy, Sam Licari. Sam Licari, you know him from Irie Mines. Altogether from the MST Boys are a trifecta sure not to disappoint. That's a very talented group, and they will not disappoint. At 10K Brewing this Saturday. Trampled by Turtles, they're touring, they're back at it. Everybody's favorite bluegrass band. You know, Minnesota is just filthy with really good folk, Americana bluegrass stuff, and Trampled by Turtles helped pave the way for all of that. They're playing in Mankato at the Civic Center. Trampled by Turtles with special guest Frankie Lee at the Mankato Civic Center Arena Saturday, November 16th. Doors are at 7, show is at 8. Also on Saturday, in case there's too much bluegrass going on, Pert Near Sandstone and Useful Jenkins. Oh, special guest Jerry Douglas. Yeah, Pert Near Sandstone and Jerry Douglas with special guest Useful Jenkins at First Avenue. I will be at that show. I'm very excited to hang with Useful and the crew. I spent a weekend with Pert Near this last weekend. It was super fun to reconnect with my old friends. We had many adventures. We all stayed in an Airbnb the first night, and then the hotels the second night were very chaotic. The rooms got a little nuts. We ended up having like 5 leftover dudes in 1 king bedroom, so we all stayed up really late and talked shit about everyone. You know, hotel room stuff. It's like, gossip. That's a really good word. Gossip means that. We gossip like little girls. And boys. Anyone can gossip. You know, it's not gender associative. Druzy Rose is coming up. Oh, November 24th. Special guests in the studio. That's who I'm talking to when I'm talking over there. It's fun to have friends in the studio because I can just look at them and they'll smile and be like, yeah. That's right, Joe. Druzy Rose is at the 7th Street entry for their Kiddie Pool EP release show. This is your first release.
Yes.
So that's very exciting. Very exciting. November 24th. It is a Sunday, but you know 7th Street doesn't care. The people turn out Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, a lot at this place, so it's guaranteed to be incredible. Mrs. Pinky and the Great Fox and our friends the Immaculate Beatings are joining that show. Doors are at 7, music is at 8. And if you're like, who's Druzy Rose? Just stick around or come back and we will let you know because they're here. We're talking to them. And then my new thing, Iron Star. Our debut tour of Iron Star starts December 12th in Minneapolis at the Hook and Ladder. And December 13th, we're going to Sioux Falls. December 14th, we're going to Fargo. And don't worry, we're going to have more dates. Coming up, all of you Iowans, I love you so much. I know I'm from there. You've helped me. You've taken care of me over the decade plus I've been playing. I will be playing shows in Iowa, I promise. So stop yelling at me on the internet. I do, I love you. And Des Moines was like, it was right in there, but we were gonna do 2 weekends, had to cut it down to 1. I'm sorry. Des Moines, it's happening. Iowa City, I will be there. Don't worry so much. I'm sorry. I feel so bad because I love Iowa so much. And then next summer, can't stop talking about it, the Galactic Get Down 2020. Dates are set. July 30th through August 1st. I don't want to give too much away, but unless there's an act of God, we will have Druzy Rose at Galactic Get Down this year. As well as, people that you can just obviously kind of guess. I mean, it's not a big surprise. Iron Star will be there. Dead Larry will be there. Space Monkey Mafia, I can bet, will be there. These aren't surprises to you. This is not a special announcement. This is just us using our logic. Galactic Get Down 2020, July 30th to August 1st. Pre-sale tickets begin Black Friday. So avoid the lines and just hop online and feel like you bought something by buying your tickets on Black Friday, which is Crystal Marin's birthday. So buy it for her. Buy it in honor of Crystal. Be like, yes. And honestly, if you buy your tickets pre-lineup, you get them the day that, and when they come out with these early bird tickets, it's literally half the price of the game. So like, if you just trust us that we're going to throw a quality event, and you're going to go anyway, just get the tickets, man. Just get them right away, because you're going to save so much money. Like, and this is me as a friend. Like, just trust us. It's going to be dope. Just get them. It'll save you money. You can spend all that money on space apparel.
Or at the vendors.
Or at the vendors. Or at our wonderful sponsors. Glass Oak Hair Jewelry. Okay, so that is the weekend Get Down and the future Get Down all the way to 2020. Make sure you know what's going on in our neck of the woods. There's a really cool music video that came out I want to say, John, yesterday, 3 days ago. Time flies when you're busy. But Dopapod came out with this video, this song called November. And the song is inspired by the global climate crisis. And yes, everyone, climate change is real. A song inspired by the global climate crisis. Dopapod will be donating 100% of the profit generated from this song to Trees, Water, and People, a nonprofit that will plant trees in North and South America. Every dollar they raise, they will plant a tree. Dollar tree. This is very great. If you buy the song for $20, that's 20 trees. And this is Dopapod. This is fun-loving electro jam Dopapod. Like, they're not out there preaching to you, telling you how to live your life, but they have provided a service, and I'm very happy to say that I know some of these guys and that they're doing good work. Sometimes it just takes a little bit to go a long way, and Dopapod is just doing their part, and I really appreciate that. And the song, let's see, the several ways you can help this project are donate and download via Name Your Price on their Bandcamp, stream the song on multiple platforms of your choice, share the video, and for download and stream links to help, visit fanlink.to/November. And I mean, one of us will type that in the chat during the video. But this is the video for the Dopapod song. I see a cello. I've only watched like 2 seconds of this, and I'm excited for you all to see this. This is Dopapod song, November.
colors changing light underneath the sky. November isn't quite as cold as it was in my time. My calculations die. How could I decide? I never thought that winter could be so much like springtime. Whoa. No. Whoa. Birds know not where to go because there is no snow. Should I be glad to see the day that nature's lost its way? What else can I say? What else can I say? Bend to knees and pray. Bend to knees and pray. Ask your maker, time creator, what's in store for me? Smoke has burned a hole through walls that kept us cold. We fell asleep with fire in hand. We need a different plan. January feels like June. Morning feels like noon used to. February more the same. Winter snowfall now comes down as rain. Winter snowfall now
Hello! We're back, and I have most of Druzy Rose.
Woo! 4 out of 7.
Druzy Light.
That's what we're gonna call our acoustic sets now. Just
Yep,
Druzy Light.
Druzy Light.
I like it. That's good.
Nice can of Druzy Light. It's thirst quenching. Well, we are here. Would you like to introduce yourselves at all before we get into our silly game? This game today involves food, which we haven't. John's like, what kind of games are we playing? We haven't had food here in a while. So, sorry. And you're welcome. Because we all eat treats now. I like snacks on the Smokin Joe Show. So, Joe, Dante, Megan, Ghosty.
Yes. Hello.
I don't know where the camera is. Is
There's that one.
There we go.
And there's that one.
Sweet.
So many.
And it's not, it doesn't light up or anything, you just kind of have to guess, although you can kind of tell by the screen.
Right,
There, see
right.
it.
Oh, so now we're on.
Right.
Got it. Can we swear?
Yes, you can
Okay,
swear.
cool. I kind of forgot to ask that.
I allow it, I do it.
Okay, cool.
I not only allow it, I do that myself.
Perfect. Yeah, good call.
Oh, Timmy Lopez is messaging me on Messenger. Anything you want to say to Timmy Lopez? I don't think he knows he's on the show.
Oh, hi,
Tim Lopez.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Hello.
Hello. Miss you.
I'm on the Smokin Joe Show.
Tune in. You're
Right.
already on the internet.
Yeah. And I'm shouting you out. Love you, Tim.
Tim.
Whichever one you're behind.
He's in the camera? Cool, so we're going to play a game with Oreos, everyone. Or if we can't say Oreos, then we're going to say this,
Sandwich cookie.
Sandwich favorite cookie. This sandwich cookie.
Copyrighted too.
And the game is, what do we call it?
Crazy face.
Crazy Face.
Crazy
Oh
face.
wow, that's a lot of problems with that picture.
Crazy Face. It was a game, it's an age-old game we all played all the time growing up.
I've never
I've
played
played-
that.
I've played-
I've never played it.
I've
The only person
never
who played
played
this game is Dante. Dante has experience, so we all expect you to win.
I played this game with a group of friends,
You also have the
and I
largest
was
forehead.
the worst at it.
A lot of space up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is not a good thing for Crazy Face. The idea is you put the cookie on your head, and then Joe Bear and I were discussing, we don't know whether glasses are going to benefit or hinder. So we're going to try it out. But you put it on your forehead, I just hit my stopwatch here, and you crazy face the cookie to your mouth, which I'm not, my nose is going to be a problem. It's gonna slope off. I'm very pointy. So I don't know how well this is gonna go. But take a cookie, pass it down. Now here's my question. This is very loose rules to this game. Should we race? Or do you wanna do timing one at a time? Do you wanna have like,
I think we should race.
I think we should
Yeah.
race.
and if we're gonna race, then you have to commit to eating at least 3 cookies, because we're gonna do like best 2 out of 3.
Okay, I can.
And have different places. So can you eat 3 cookies?
Absolutely.
Okay.
My hand is racing right now.
Because you're excited to eat the cookies.
Because I'm nervous. Very nervous. This beautiful white couch, this beautiful ghosty, and all the white clothes.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's cookies though. It's cookies, it's not, it's not gonna stain, it's a cookie. Anyway.
Okay.
All right. Does the test cookie go well? All right. I don't think do I play? I'll play.
Yeah, you gotta play. You gotta play.
I don't wanna. All right, close.
If it falls off, you gotta put it back on your forehead.
Yep, if it falls off, put it back on your forehead. I'm just gonna set the timer just for funsies, because then we can see how long it took. All right, but 3, 2, 1, crazy face.
Oh, there's something in my eyes.
I found that my nose is
I
indeed
think I can just
a
flip
problem.
it off like a seal.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
shit. Oh. Make me get mine.
No, it's a competition. I gotta get it to the eye. Did anybody get it? Hold up. I gotta get it to my,
Oh, he's so close on voice now.
Oh, mine broke.
You're broke? Who's the cookie?
Who's
I
got the-
back.
I got it.
I don't know if we have enough to do all these cookies, but, I mean, all this.
I'll go recover mine if we need.
No! I caught them in my tongue! No! Yeah! No!
Alright.
Are we gonna?
Oh, still go. I mean, if you ate your cookie, you can stop.
I ate mine. And I threw it across the studio.
Well, it was less than a minute, so that's pretty good.
I did it at 52 cents.
You have the smallest nose. I don't think you have an advantage.
Did you leave your
Arms
glasses?
are really
Is my face like? Oh my gosh.
Alright, hold on.
Oh
Let me get
wow.
the schmutz off my face.
There's a lot of schmutz.
I don't know if the schmutz is helpful, but I'm also a little sweaty and I lotion so much in the wintertime.
Good.
If I don't lotion every day, like I just turn into I have a blow away.
You've got to talk to like 4 or 7, maybe, 4 or 7 members of Druzy Rose and teach them how to moisturize.
Alright, I quit. Minute and a half is a good, so who got it? Who got it? Just Joe?
5
I got it. You got it?
Got it.
Alright, so we'll do a Ghosty versus Joe playoff.
Oh shit, alright. I'm eating this cookie, I'm here for it.
Yeah, floor cookies are the.
Oh, this one's broken.
Get that,
Let me get a.
Get a freshie. Get a freshie.
Okay.
It's just.
Alright.
Let us
Alright, Oreo, cut me a check.
when the playoffs start.
In the playoffs. How many cookies are left?
Not enough.
A couple.
How
There's
many?
enough left.
There's enough left. Alright, well, we'll do it now.
Okay.
I'll do it again.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
But so far, got first place, second place, and then we're all just tied for, we're tied for third.
That's what you
Want to call it?
We're tied for third. There are no losers on the show, just people that don't win. All right, hold on, I'm gonna start this timer so we can see. If I do this.
Jaw hurts from all this exercise.
I mean, I've made people do a lot more strenuous. We're playing a game that involves rigorous activity. Like, oh God, why?
Should have my pre-workout before we go.
Yeah. I did my face scrunches.
You know Oreos are vegan?
I did know that actually, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of controversy whether they're vegan or not, but I looked it up. All right.
The jury is out.
My cookie broke.
Jury is in.
Cookie broke?
No, I'm broken one.
The jury is.
Right.
We ready?
All right, ready, go. All right, nose.
I can get it to my nose and then it doesn't go any further.
I can get it to my eye. Then I have
I
cookie.
feel like I gotta take the side route.
Oh yeah.
Oh!
Oh! You see how close I was? We're down. All right. Focus, Ghosty. You got this.
I don't think, oh my goodness, that one almost went right in my shirt. Oh, it touched my tongue.
Oh, I felt.
Oh, it went in the crack. Oh.
The cookie abyss. All right.
Oh!
It's on my cheek.
This is gold.
It touched my.
You got it again?
Oh man.
Do we?
I'm very flexible with
We
face.
have to go see the winner to get going.
Is it gone? Ghosty can win. Doesn't matter to me.
I won.
Give.
In my hair? Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice
we
little-
have
nice little snack.
You have milk?
We do not.
coffee.
I have some water and
The
coffee.
ghosty one?
Yeah.
Ghosty won.
Yeah.
Of course.
Ghosty and the Smokin Joe Show. Oh, crazy face.
Do I win more Oreos?
All of you do this.
Tell me how to live my life.
I have so much makeup on, I don't think that it's gonna come off.
It's a nice exfoliator.
It's just a little top bit. It's just a little
Get it?
top.
No, it's just
Yeah, you can get it. Teamwork. Be good. You'll be good. Don't put.
Oh.
A good cookie scrub is really good for your skin.
Wow. Cookies are very
Just
good.
rub it in, don't wipe it off.
Things
I'll
you-
give you a little shadow on
Oh,
there.
here we go.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. We don't have to talk about it.
We'll have the makeup department take it.
Yeah.
That's true. We
Oreos
have,
and hair.
And,
Taste good together.
we have some time. So that was Crazy Face.
Go for
It
it.
was invigorating.
I hope everything
Florio.
was.
I'm going for the Florio.
It's a good band name.
Florio?
Yeah, if anyone out there is watching, it's a new band name, Florio.
An opera. Florio. Oh, we have a new video, a new Galactic Get Down recap. What have you guys thought? But you're in it.
We're in it?
I don't know if you're in it,
No.
but anyway, he's definitely
Fair enough.
these two.
Big boy.
I'm in it though, which is fun because I'm not. I don't always make it. It's funny because like, it's not, yeah, but like like when they're like, we're out at Galactic Get Down. Look at all these people doing stuff, and I'm like, there's G he was right here.
We almost got it.
You know, I think anyone that works on the direct staff, you know, like we're busy, but we're happy. It's not that we're upset. It's just getting us to on camera. I think there is me playing with us playing with Zach Deputy, some footage of that, which I always love seeing.
Saw a little teaser.
Shaking and shaker.
Oh yeah.
All right, but anyway, this is by Ben Katz, my lieutenant on the Smokin Joe Enterprise. His company, Pennyhead Films. He's done a lot of great stuff for me over the years. Ben Katz lives in Mankato, wonderful guy. This is just a wonderful promotion for Galactic Get Down 2020, happening July 30th through August 1st. Tickets are on sale this Black Friday, so check out this Galactic Get Down recap.
At the end of time itself, when the stars burn out.
For each and every one of us, there is a time, there is a place. It's not a war, it's not a race, it's something real. And so it seems what's best for me to carry on. I always will, without a doubt. I'll go until I feel it taking over. And as the sun feels colder, it's on your shoulder. It's not a war, it's not a race, it's coming fast, it's in your face and now. And everyone's dying to go, so breathe in. Bleed out. It seems like only yesterday we gave it all to catch a thrill with ourselves and time to kill. But now I know the time it is a murderer, and all our lives, even the stars, already it's not really ours. And now it's taking over. And as you find us older, you're getting older. It's not a war, it's not a race, it's coming fast, it's in our face and now. And everyone's dying to go, so breathe in. Bleed out, 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 bleed out.
Oh.
So that was, if you haven't been to Galactic Get Down, that was a good recap. If you have been, that was a good recap. Either way, I like that recap. That joke never gets old. I tell it on stage too. It's like, hey, have you ever seen us before? We're Dead Larry. If you've seen us before, still Dead Larry. Either way. You can change that one if you want. Druzy Rose. If you hear that joke on stage with Druzy Rose, you know how this one came from.
Yeah.
So we got Now I'm Craving Oreos. Ruthie Babcock says she's craving Oreos.
Ruthie!
This is why it pays to chat.
Oh my gosh.
Give you big shout outs.
Ruthie.
Yeah, that's so
And
Come feed me Oreos,
The
guys.
last two said the next one I'm not missing, even if I have to walk to Minnesota. Well, that's good. Ruthie, I hope that you do indeed come out.
I hope you walk.
I hope you walk.
It would be a whole adventure.
That would
Think
be
of
a
the
thing.
cabs that you'd have by the
You
end of that.
can, Google will estimate the bike time, which I love. 'Cause it's like 5 days. I think that means if you non-stop.
Right, yeah.
Like if you were to
Get the
bike and
transfer.
non-stop biking for 5 days, you get there. So you're gonna add weeks onto that for sleeping, eating, pooping at least.
Poop while you bike.
Yeah.
Do what I do.
Yeah, right?
Poop
Do
before
it.
or as you bike. I'm sure that's not uncommon. You know, people biking long distances just over the side.
Scoot it
I-
over.
They have no shame, right?
I heard that people in like long distance marathons sometimes just
Yeah.
they just let it all go
Let it
while
all-
they're running because they don't have time to
Like
stop.
horses, but people on bikes
I saw a video of a guy do that at the mall.
at the mall.
Yeah.
Is he running a long
Walking.
distance?
He's just walking.
He's just walking. That is not
Learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Look at the poop and Joe.
Come to America. Watch people poop. Which is not too far from the truth. There's a lot of bullshit there. Sorry, Mall of America. I love your escape room. It's nice. It's a big one. It's a nice big one. Like, you know, like I've been to some escape rooms, but there's one in the Mall of America that was very, very cool. We escaped from Mars for Mark Venus's bachelor party. Which is very, very on
Did you know it
brand.
was going to be that?
Huh?
Did you know it was going to be Mars?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like Escape from Mars, it was like, well, this is appropriate. But enough about me. Druzy Rose. We're here to find out about you. Where are you from? I know this question, but you can go individually if you like, or you can talk about where the band is from, however you want to approach it.
We can go individually and then talk about where the band came from.
Cool.
Wanna
I
go
like
first?
that idea.
Since we're all from different places, kind of.
Sweet. Yeah, I am from Texas originally.
Texas.
Moved up here.
Oh, that's why I'm here.
This is Ghosty, everybody.
Ghosty.
I'm Ghosty, like a ghost.
Yeah, and then you can say like what you do in the band so they know.
Yeah, I moved up here to Minneapolis from Texas in 2013, excuse me. And yeah, I am a producer in the band, and I also do some synth stuff and some live sample triggering as well.
Yeah. Well, you add a lot of the electronic parts.
And the only good dance moves.
That one is very true. Very true. Cool. Yeah, I'm Megan. I don't know who to look. I'm the singer, the pianist, and the songwriter of Druzy Rose. And this
For sure, that.
We'll go this direction. And I'm just from Minneapolis. I've been here my whole life. And yeah.
I feel like you're the leader of the band.
Yeah. It's because I write this song.
And
Fearless leader.
Yeah, thanks.
The leader and the
Bands need leaders, you know, it's like, it's not like, you know, the leader of the band is a term for a reason, but
Yeah.
Dante.
My name is Dante. I play the saxophone in Druzy Rose. I grew up in Maplewood, Minnesota, so just east of St. Paul. Been around here my whole life, and yes.
I'm Joe Barron. For those of you who don't know, I play the bass in Druzy Rose. I'm from northern New Hampshire. I moved out to St. Paul for McNally Smith College of Music, rest in peace, years ago.
You got out.
And now I reside here in the Twin Cities playing the low end.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, he is also my father.
We got to test back, Ghosty, you are the father. Man, that'd be a weird type of show to be in.
That would be really weird.
This is
I'm
like-
glad we're not
I
on
saw
that
a
show.
Judge Judy thing the other day, but it was Jerry Springer, in the judge seat.
I saw that.
And I was like, holy shit, this is happening. I'm watching
It's the world we live in today.
The Smokin Joe Show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next time.
We have Judge Joe, and then Judge Joe's, and we'll get me and Joe and Joe and Joe.
And Joe.
And Joe. At least those people. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. How'd you meet? And I mean, you all just, I mean, because you moved here fairly recently. Did you two know each other first?
Start
How did it?
precursor.
Yeah, so Ghosty and I met first in, we were both at the U of M and we lived in the same dorm.
Oh, cool.
And, yeah, we
You
did
like,
a lot of...
bumping tunes, and she like walked by like, I like those tunes, and you're like,
No, we were all bad at music.
Yeah. Back then,
But yeah, I started in a different band, went through a couple member changes. Megan ended up coming on at some point.
and Dante was in that band
Dante was
too.
also in that
He was
band.
in that band before I came in to that band.
Yep, and then things kind of fizzled out with that, and
And I said, let's keep fucking doing it.
From the ashes.
Megan had been writing
like a
songs.
phoenix.
Yeah, Megan had been writing songs on her own, and I was doing some production work for her as well. And she, you made the decision that you wanted to have a full band as well.
Thank
You
goodness.
named it, which is it's so great.
We went through 3 name
It's just-
changes.
Right, you picked
a
it.
couple
I
in there.
mean, try again. It's just like it's so much easier to like sink my teeth into like a name of a band and create this like kind of mythical thing around it as opposed to like Megan's band.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. Personally, like as I get older, I love a good band name.
Yeah. No, I'm happy we
Druzy
stuck.
Rose is a good band name.
Stuck
I
with
think I
it.
do
Yeah,
like it.
thank you.
And it's like, what does that mean? It's like, what do you mean?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. We're gonna define it now.
Right. It is actually a word, but we were talking with someone we were gigging with last weekend, and he thought that I had made up the word Druzy. which I like just as much, so. You don't know what it means, I make that.
Druzy is the evolution of Pokemon Drowsy.
It's the French pronunciation.
Right.
But then you joined, you were a fill-in.
I just showed up and played a bass on a show at the Driftwood Charma.
And then he never got out.
He was supposed to be a temp, you know. He was like, "Oh, I'll just play bass until you guys find a bass player."
Yeah.
And here we are.
Kind of like it. Rock this one out a little bit.
Thank goodness.
Certainly did.
Thank goodness.
So glad I get to play music with my dad.
It's a unique experience. Doug was here, and their dad, father, son, like literal father, son band, which I didn't know when they came in here.
Sons are in it.
Two father, sons. You're right.
Mumford and Sons, not a dad.
Not a dad.
Despite what you would think.
Bobby Pat, not a dad, plays dad rock.
Oh.
Imposter.
Progressive dad rock. What we call that. Progressive dad rock. Creative influences. Doesn't have to be your number one. Doesn't have to be very specific. And I know it's always hard to narrow stuff down, but just stuff you like that influences you musically. We'll start with you. Just like, I mean, I could be like Paul Simon, Metallica, and Cliff Burton of Metallica. Not all of Metallica, but Cliff Burton stuff. And who else? Love Snoop Dogg. I'm a West Coast guy. I'm a West Coast guy.
It's hard to pinpoint influences when it comes down to Druzy Rose for me. So I'm learning a lot when it comes to playing music with my beautiful new friends in Druzy Rose. They're introducing me to some styles of music that like I was unfamiliar with before. But fun fact about an influence of mine is Matt Freeman from Rancid is one of my favorite bass players.
Matt Freeman from Rancid. That's good.
On to Dante.
I think for this band specifically, I tried to tap into some of my recent forays into EDM. So like when I met Megan, I started listening to a lot of the Floozies.
Oh yeah, the Floozies.
And so like as I started playing music with her, you'll hear the music, but it's very, very much about building layers. And so I tried to like incorporate some of the ideas that I had taken from the house music that I started listening to and stuff into there with the saxophone playing. Great album, especially as the winter is coming, is called Axioms by Throwing Snow. Next time you have to shovel,
I love winter music.
Put that album in and it will make the shoveling go by so quickly.
I just had a transfer, like I was riding the car with my wife, and like it's winter now, that means the winter music is happening. Like there's a strict cutoff of like, all right, over, it's time for Clean Box. And for like, Moon and Antarctica on Spouse album, this is winter music. It's like, and everyone has like their own take on winter music. Go, and now, on to you.
On to me. I guess my biggest influences when it comes to like Druzy Rose, because it's really lyrically driven music. I'm really inspired. Oh my goodness. I'm really inspired. I'm just slipped out. I don't know where it came from. But I'm really inspired by Florence and the Machine, Lana Del Rey, which is not surprising to anyone ever, I don't think. And then Lord. But one of my biggest influences as far as songwriting goes is actually the band Say Anything. It's kind of like a punky-ish band.
Emo dad rock.
Emo dad rock, yeah. They didn't used to be so much dad rock, but they're kind of moving in that direction now. But yeah, that was my favorite band growing up, and so I've gotten a lot of my inspiration from songwriting. So
just like jazz, just keep it.
Right, just keep it going. Yeah, those are kind of my big ones.
Nice. I'm inspired by these Oreo crumbs.
I just found some more on my eyeball.
Yeah. Got some eyeshadow. I don't know. I have only been, I've never taken music lessons or anything, except for the one lesson I had with Mr. Bo Jaron. But yeah, I started producing music about 3 years ago, and I don't know. I guess my influence comes from just like anytime I hear music that makes me stop what I'm doing and like tune into it because it's unique enough to make me pay attention to it. Just try to focus on creating that rather than latching on to any specific artist for fear of being an imitator.
Yeah, I understand that. That's a real thing that happens. It's like you want to be like something so much, and then you just
Become that.
cut off your creativity in a sense.
Or when you accidentally write a song that you like knew really well back in 6th grade.
Right.
Like, that sounds like too familiar.
I found with Iron Star when we're writing, like, I'll bring, like, we'll kind of like set a tone or a mood for a song, and then like we all write parts, and sometimes like there's 4 different like kind of artists that we were like mimicking in our own parts, but we put it all together, and it's like, well, that doesn't sound anything like any of them. But like, it's like, this kind of sounds like this band, this kind of sounds like that band, but we put it all together, and it just doesn't sound like that at all. And then like what you hear out of a band doesn't necessarily mean that's what anybody else hears.
Right.
Yeah, the art belongs to the interpreters.
Exactly.
I guess I'm most inspired by the 808.
As a whole.
Fair.
But you have a new EP coming out.
Oh, we sure do.
Kiddie Pool. How many songs?
6.
6.
Yeah.
That is a long EP. I also have a couple long EPs. I think EPs can be as short as 4. What do you feel?
I think it'd be short as 2.
2?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a single then.
This is a
Or
real
it's a single.
It's 2 though.
Yeah, but like you used to have like 2 sides on a 7-inch.
That's kind of true.
So like
We live in the internet age.
Yeah.
There's vinyl sold CDs I read on a headline on the internet.
Yes, they did.
Didn't even click the article, but I saw it.
The headline means it's true.
So like I kind of talked about our songwriting process. What is your songwriting process? Like, do the songs complete? Do you bring a complete song? Or you just bring like, I wrote a verse and a thing and a little doodly boop and help me?
Yeah,
I
so
do both things.
there's kind of 2 like main. We've done it a couple different ways. The way we mostly do our music is I'll write the song at home in like my dark bedroom.
Dark wine.
Right, so a lot of wine and things like this.
Candles.
And I'll like write the whole
Blood
song.
candles.
Most of the song, yeah, just candles made of blood. It's a very witchy place that our songs come from. But I'll write these songs, and then some of them are written before the band is a thing, and then we have a lot of ones that have been written since the band has been a thing. And then I'll bring those songs to rehearsal and be like, okay, here's what I've got. And then it's so cool watching everyone, we were talking about influences before, everyone bring their different style and their different way of playing it in and like create this whole song. And
Find
it's,
their pockets.
yeah, find their pocket and make it happen. It's like basically the coolest feeling in the world.
It
to
is.
like
You
bring
would
this
not
song
lie.
in and be like, oh my God, like this is how I envisioned it, or this is totally opposite of the way I envisioned it, but I
Yeah.
love it. So that's one way that we write the meat of our music. And then we have a handful of songs also that have been written like with Ghosty and I together.
Yeah.
The first song we ever wrote is called Talk Talk. And yeah, that was the first kind of Druzy Rose song, and that was just Ghosty and I
Yeah, we-
in a weird place.
Yeah, with
go.
the old band that we were in, it was like our first out of town show. We were playing at Frat House in Lawrence, Wisconsin. Shout out to Potato Pie. And yeah, they put us up in their very beer scented basement, and just like I guess Megan and I and our old guitar player Ty were just like, had a lot of nerves, and we're really excited about playing out of town for the first time. So we were just up all through the night. I brought some studio monitors with me, and we just like made the beat and pretty much had the whole song done that night.
Nice.
And then we still play that song in our sets in Druzy Rose, but we also incorporated all the other instrumentalists as well. And that's always a really interesting thing to see, because when you produce music, you're writing drums, melodies, bass lines, texture, all this stuff, and it always feels really full. But then when I bring it to practice with Druzy, it's always amazing to see how they can still find their pockets to add to it. Even if I have like sample drums in the beat or a bass line in the beat, Joby and our drummer Jummy can still find ways to add layers to the music, and it's just really cool. And yeah, so a lot of the times, sometimes Meg will come over and I'll either have a beat that I've already made that she's like, yo, take this off the market, or we'll just start blank Ableton session and build something from there. And then once we have a good idea formulated, we'll bring it to the rest of the guys and
That's cool.
and figure it out.
Nice. Seems like it works.
Yeah, it's
Working so far. Shit.
Fast turnover.
Yeah, pumping out songs.
Yeah.
I feel like come very often with our shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you have people that are heads up and ready to go at rehearsal, it's just a huge difference. It can mean everything in completing a song in a day or a night. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, if you have like the basic structure out. It's like, it's pretty crazy how fast that can happen.
Having the form already, figured out, especially when you're writing like to a beat,
Yeah.
there's already so much there for you. And at this point, we're all very comfortable with each other. So like, Nick Pellin, our guitarist, starts like playing some really cool ambient like stuff, and I can just immediately hear where I'm gonna fit in over his part, and it's really fun. And with Talk Talk, actually, it was cool. I had played that song before Druzy Rose existed, and I had like one vision for my part, and then we brought it to Druzy Rose, and Nick in particular changed the whole sound of that song with his part. Like he created like a whole new chord progression within the chorus that fit wonderfully, and it like opened up a whole new world. And that was one of my favorite moments actually when we were writing. That was a magical experience.
Good. Well, and we're gonna experience the magic very soon. Very soon. We're gonna play a couple songs. And before we go, EP release show, 7th Street entry, 24th.
First time playing 7th Street, headlining.
Yeah.
We are pretty excited.
Yeah, we are all getting more and more clout in this city. And we can be like, hey, we're playing here. And they're like, cool. We're like, yeah.
Exactly like that.
That's exactly
Be sure to let
But it used to be like, hey, we're gonna play you, and they're like, no.
No, you're not.
But now they're
We'll
like,
keep
yeah.
you in mind.
We'll check. I got like 8 holds on that day. It's like, put me as the 9th hold.
The backup to the backup. In case that backup.
Back. 2020, you got some goals? What do you guys want to do? What's your vision? You got a few months to figure it out.
Yeah.
Month and a half.
Well, it's kind of cool because our goal so we've been a band for about a year. Our goal for the past year was release an EP and play 7th Street Entry.
And play festivals.
And we did all 3 of
You did all
those
that.
this past year.
And also toured.
Yeah, so we've got to shoot big
Played
for...
Chicago, Milwaukee this last weekend.
Yeah.
I talked to Joe Barron constantly.
Oh, what's he like? I can't get...
Throughout every
These motherfuckers get me out of here.
Every day, I'm on the phone with Joe. So, it sounded like it was at least, at the very least, like just a good look into all the adventures that are potentially possible for you guys.
Yeah, 2020, hopefully,
2020,
hopefully a full length, probably some music videos.
Yeah, music videos essential.
would be
I want to
great.
be at a party after a show and have a YouTube fight going on and pull you up.
Okay, all right, we can make that
Who hasn't done
happen for
it?
you.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. Like, will you be seeing the Druzy video? Oh, give me it. I'm gonna watch no music.
Check this out.
We've all seen how to record. I'm watching the Druzy video. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I try to explain that to my producer, like, that's a thing that happens.
Picture Bobby's little...
Bobby Pat's living room, 4 a.m. YouTube party.
Hopefully playing the Galactic Get Down.
Yeah, Galactic Get Down.
Another 2020 goal.
Yeah, that's we'll see.
Now that we've said it,
I know a guy you can talk to about that.
Yeah,
He's
definitely.
generally pretty nice. Gets cranky when it gets cold though. So we're gonna pull this off, all this fancy furniture out of the house. And we're gonna set up the band in the house in record time. So hang with us right now and look at this fancy ad we have.
All right, cool. The first song we're gonna do, it's called Basements. It's gonna be on our EP that's coming out here on November 22nd. So if you like it, tune in to that and yeah. Ghosty, start this one off. Yeah, hit it. Okay, let's go. I love the smell of clean carpet. Let me bury my face, my hands in yours. Temptation comes without an invitation, but tonight we let it in the door. The electricity, while we're begging talking a comic remark, and maybe take one sip. Maybe one sip. Ooh, now that I sit into my basement. Whoa, these nights they never end. You and La La Land. Call me kitten, call me cruel, call me crass. On a hot summer night in my backyard with our bare feet wet in the new grass. I love the taste of water in the sink as I'm washing out the smoke or just taking a drink. Don't think these are the best times we'll ever have. Whoa, the best times we'll ever have. Here in La La Land. Ooh, down the downstairs into my basement. Welcome to La La Land. No matter the change, it's all the same. Purple haze, short days and nights that never end. Whoa, these nights they never end. Here in La La Land. Just wanted to throw the kind of party that all the kids want to make out at. In my back room, weed and perfume, folding chairs and balloons, all skin and hair. Whoa, all skin and hair. Here in La 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 Land. 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 Here in La 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 La. Down the downstairs into my basement. Welcome to La La Land. No matter the change, it's all the same. Purple haze, short days and nights that never end. Whoa, these nights they never end. Here in La La Land. Just wanted to throw the kind of party that all the kids want to make out at. In my back room, weed and perfume, folding chairs and balloons, all skin and hair. Whoa, all skin and hair. Here in La 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 La. Thanks. Oh, we'll definitely do another one. So we're gonna do this song called Feel Like This. Is there any way that my keyboard can be turned up out here? I don't know. We'll figure it out really quick. But this is another one that's off of our EP that's coming out. It's kind of on the, we've got a lot of range in our songs on that EP, and this one and Basements are kind of on differing ends of that spectrum. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to show kind of the range that we have on the record a little bit here. Good to go? All right, cool. Yeah, this song's called Feel Like This. would have thought it would end like this. I'm still alive, soon I'll be 25. The colors return to my eyes. Wish I could tell my former self, this hurt's not gonna last. Don't cut your hair or cut yourself. You're gonna waste a little time getting wasted, but in retrospect I don't regret seeing all the ways a body can capsize and learning how to say goodbye. One day my wrists, they will be clean. You won't have to explain to my daughters what these scars mean. Only skin that fits between. One day you're gonna feel like this. 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 One day the snow won't feel so cold. You won't be terrified of all your own lies, of getting old. Summer will come and you find your peace. The shower, it won't stink. You won't have to watch yourself leave. You're gonna waste a lot of time being jaded, but you know the pain will disintegrate and fade into satiation. You've always dreamed you won't have to be swimming up the stream. One day the letters will be torn. Your family will never have to mourn the life numbers between riding on the storm and the day that you were. One day you're gonna feel like this. 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 Sweet, thank you.
Druzy Rose, everybody. This is Druzy Rose, everybody. Thanks so much for coming on the show. Make sure to check out their EP, Kiddie Pool, right? Yeah. Kiddie Pool's coming out November 24th. Where am I over there? Just don't do that. But yeah, and we'll be back next week with Flow State is going to be here. Another young, crazy, up-and-coming band. Those guys are doing crazy stuff. Very excited to have them in here. And then other than that, just check out Druzy Rose on the internet. Anybody else? Anybody else? You good?
That's all I got.
Sweet. All right. Until next time, I'll be playing us out. Here we go.
Because I'm with you through thick and thin. Whatever trouble you are in, I
I don't care whatever you do. Just know that I love you. Oh, whoa. Oh, I love you. You know, sometimes you got troubles. So many troubles. They're getting you down. But you don't have to worry about your troubles no more, 'cause well, I'll always be around, because I'm with you through thick and thin. Whatever trouble you are in, I don't care whatever you do. Just know that I love you. Oh, whoa. I love you.